Hello, I'm John Hummel, Senior Technical Writer for Altinity. This is part of our video series on how to install Altinity Stable for ClickHouse from the Altinity Stable build repository. This time I'm showing off how to install Altinity Stable for RPM-based Linux distributions. So if you're a fan of Red Hat, CentOS, or similar systems, you can get right into ClickHouse with an RPM build, with a good, stable version of ClickHouse that's been backpatched, is ready for your client libraries, and is set for production systems. As always, these instructions can be found on docs.altinity.com, and I'm going to be copying and pasting my way right into your heart so you can see it just working. If you're interested in other videos about Altinity Stable and ClickHouse, make sure you've subscribed and click the notification bell. And we have even more information available on the Altinity resources page. Just go to altinity.com, resources, then look for blogs, webinars, and events that interest you. Now, because RPM can be installed with either the yum or the dnf command, we provided a single command that will auto-select for either one. So you can go to builds.altinity.cloud and check out those commands. I'm using CentOS 8, and I've noticed it can be a little squirrely at times with things, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to specify using yum, but you can use these commands and they'll just work out. So, let's get into that. Alright, so here we are in our CentOS system. Let me just give you a neofetch. So you can see CentOS Linux 8. We got 8 gigs of RAM, just to share. 40 gigs of storage space, almost a gig used. ClickHouse does not use a lot, but we're going to need a lot for storage eventually. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to use our yum command. First we want our prerequisites. There we go. So we need curl and GNU PG2. Okay, great. Everything's installed. We're all good to go. Now I did this once, but just to show it off, I'm going to be adding in builds.altinity.cloud, the yum repository, to my RPM repository build. So that's great. All right, with that, now it's time to actually install. So, as I've mentioned before in other videos, you always want to specify the version. Very important. So, we're going to be going to 21.8.10.1. And now, specifying the version, we are going to get on our ClickHouse common static as our backbone for all things ClickHouse, the ClickHouse server, and of course our client. One more time, always specify the version. It keeps you out of trouble. All right, so you can see, it's like, oh great, I've got these, I'm good to go. Gonna download 173 megabytes. Yeah, that's great. Go ahead and do your thing. Okay. I play some music in the background, but all I've got is just the dulcet tones of my voice. As you can see, we're almost done anyway. This is going to be pretty quick. One small thing. There is a difference between the deb-based versus the RPM-based installation. The deb-based is more interactive, so you can set a default password. For those of you who have seen the Securing ClickHouse series, and you should, or read about it on docs.altinity.com, you'll know that ClickHouse by default does not have a secure password. So that's something you want to change and update. Again, you can see those instructions out there. All right, there we go. Now it's actually installing. Part 1 done. Okay, so with that, let's go ahead and start it up. Really, I'm starting it, but restart is going to shut down something that's not even starting. There we go. And we go ClickHouse client, and we're in. And just because I like to be complete, there you go. ClickHouse installed, and we're ready to go. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you want to know more, please check out docs.altinity.com, where I've got all sorts of recommendations about how to install ClickHouse, how to use Altinity.cloud, things like that. If you need even more, We do have the knowledge base at kb.altinity.com where you can make your own recommendations. I'll read them. If I like them, bring them in. We also have the resources page. If you go to altinity.com, you can see all of our blogs, our events, our webinars, meetups, things that you can get even more educated about ClickHouse. And for more videos in the series, make sure you subscribed, click the notification bell. That's it. John Hummel, Senior Technical Writer for Altinity. Happy coding.